Floyd Money Mayweather need to win this fight? People are asking, why do you think he has to win this fight? Well, first of all, let me introduce myself. They call me the Fight Doctor, and I thank you guys for watching. And right now you're watching Master Boxing, and this is where we break the fight world down, round by round. First of all, as I answer this question, why does Floyd Mayweather have to win this fight? There are several reasons why it's important that Floyd does what he usually goes out and does on a regular basis. First and foremost, he does not want to be robbed of his legacy. But what is Floyd's legacy? Not only being the biggest box office cash cow to ever lace him up in the history of boxing collectively, basically, almost, but he has to make sure that he does not tarnish those who go out to fight and perform the highest level of the sweet science. And in order for Floyd to do this, he's literally writing the book of boxing right now, and how it's respected and how it's going to be looked upon for decades and generations to come. So first and foremost, Floyd Mayweather has to represent the science that has got him to this level of rich wealth fame, and that's pure boxing. He's the face of the word, the phrase of pure boxing. That's one of the reasons that Floyd must win this fight. Many people want to look at the fact that Floyd doesn't have a lot of knockouts. Floyd doesn't do this. Floyd doesn't carry himself like this walking straight line kind of individual, which that's not the case. There are other elements and characters that Floyd possesses, which most of these guys who are out there now don't. It's one of the main reasons that Floyd is the cash cow, because of his cachet and the manner that he carries himself inside and outside of the ring, the promotion. He is blessed with a gift to entertain, to build the promotions. He's a natural marketer, and he understands what the people want to hear, and he gives them that basically off what he feels. Why does Floyd Mayweather need to win this fight? It's because of the way he wins. He wins on points. No one remembers the guy who wins on points for the majority of the time. A lot of the reason that he does not finish sometimes is because of the hand injuries. And someone from the medical field and the fight world at the same time can explain that once you damage those metacarpal, which are right here, once you damage those, they separate, they crack, they fracture. The ligaments don't heal the same if you consistently have to use them. So therefore, it's hard, and you have to manage how you utilize them. Roy Jones was on the record saying one time, I don't have to hit somebody with all I have, because these are the things that make me money. Well, Floyd has to be clinical in how he actually executes a punch. That's why he's so clinical with all his punches. He's he's methodical on how he puts a combination on people. He's always pinpoint, he's always accurate, he always turns his punches. He makes sure that he puts just enough up there to make you know that this is not a game. So understand this, it's hard to finish a guy when your weapons have damage done to him, because it can become permanent. And on some level, it really is permanent damage. Oscar De La Hoya suffered from the same thing. There's some people that just have done it. He broke it. Floyd broke it on the head. And if you can imagine punching someone in the head and fracturing your hand, that's serious. So that's why people, when you go into a gym, you wrap your hands, you hit the bag, because you can develop boxer's knuckle. And boxer's knuckle, needless to say, is something that you continuously keep. It just doesn't go away overnight. So, and if you're a fighter, it's going to be there for your whole career until you allow it that time, allotted that time to heal properly. Why does Floyd need to win? Because these guys, and these are the guys who are not fans of Floyd, are basically the guys that are envious, or they just are his haters, which are what fuel Floyd Mayweather. They claim he has an uninteresting style, which we all have heard on a continuous basis. And Manny Pacquiao's style is very interesting because he's methodical, he's maniacal. He goes out there to seek and destroy, at least as of late. Prior to as of late, he has, in the 09 on down, he was just absolutely a Tasmanian devil in that ring. He constantly brought that pressure. He constantly brought the heat to you. He brought the pressure. He was fast. He was quick. He was letting the hands go on a consistent basis. He was bludgeoning the guys. The faces were all mangled. And if you look at pictures of all Manny Pacquiao's fights, you can tell that that guy is the stigma of entertainment. So his boxing, like I said, his reputation supersedes itself. So when people go to see him, he's humble, but when he gets in that ring, he's a different beast. And that's why people are really following on his bandwagon, especially mainstream America. And Floyd wants to put that fire out, because at the same time, when Floyd was doing what he was doing for years prior to Manny, he was doing it at a level that still no one else has still reached. When Floyd took his hiatus back in 07 after he fought Ricky Hatton, he took that retirement. They decided to slide the pound for pound onto the lap of Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao continuously held that crown, but at the same time, he never took it from Floyd. And this right now is the reason why this matchup makes the most sense. Floyd has never lost it, just like back in the late 60s and early 70s when they stripped Muhammad Ali of his crown and jewelry and glory, and Joe Frazier was handed it to defend it. And then when he fought Ali, he defended it against Ali, dropping Ali in the 15th round, breaking that jaw. These guys went heads up 3 times. So needless to say, it was one of the most epic fights in history. It's listed as #1. You can look across the boards, you can do your research, you can Google the fight, or you go to YouTube and check the fight out if you've never seen it. But it was of epic proportions, and that's what this fight is on the way to doing. When it comes down to the economic purses of it, nothing matches the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fights. But when it comes to historical landing, you're looking at Max Mellon, Joe Louis, which was global because it was countries during war, and that was big. That was political. You know, even at a time where most African Americans were looked upon as slaves and lesser than, all of white America was tuning in to watch or listen, because the broadcast, you had to hear it back then on radio. We're listening and tuning in to see or hear Joe Louis beat the German, Max Mellon. That was political. And like I said, when it comes to mainstream fights, you're looking at the Sugar Ray Leonard, which was the ABC Kids, the Flash, the Sizzle. He was the one that took what Ali did to the next level. And now we have Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. So why do Floyd need to win this fight? Many reasons. Because you hear the names now, Mike Tyson. You hear the names now, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Chavez Sr. Why do you hear those names? Because they were all methodical. They are all knockout artists. These guys have just that ring presence of what you see as your champion in the world, around the globe, what your champion should have, who your champion should be. When walking around, they should be feared. And Floyd Mayweather is more or less decorated, and people don't like that. But at the same time, it's one of the main reasons he needs to win, to carry that cachet out of his time that he put in, which was 20 years. That is the judgment, how long he was, his duration without having a loss, is what he is going down in history as. Because when it comes down to precision, he is a precisionist. He's the best defensive fighter. Punch accuracy. All of these things that Floyd Mayweather is known for. People don't want to highlight these things. They just want to highlight that 0. Like, that's the only thing he's great at, is keeping it 0. But Floyd has to go out and fight like a dog. And these are the reasons that Floyd must win this fight. Like I said, Manny's legacy is not intact. Is intact. If win, lose, or draw, it won't be affected because of the way that he's embellished around the globe for his political stature, his spirituality, and just the way he carries himself with such a humble spirit. Around the globe, Manny Pacquiao is known as the face of an athlete, and Floyd is more or less the villain, which he had to take that road because he needed to create his own legacy, and he had to break through those walls that Oscar De La Hoya and Bob Arum built for Oscar back in the late 90s and early 2000s. And Floyd wanted to take that spot, and that's one of the reasons he took that black hat and rode with it, and it was very lucrative for him. So like I said, you guys wanted to find out some of the reasons why Floyd Mayweather needs to win, because he wants his face on the Mount Rushmore of boxing. That's important. This is history, and it's going down May 2nd. They call me the Fight Doctor, and I thank you guys for watching, because you're watching Master Boxing, and this is where we break the fight world down, baby, round by round. Check out those posts that I've done facing off with Manny and Floyd Mayweather. They're amazing posts, and it gives you an insight on what the fight really looks like. Subscribe to the channel. Much love to you. Comment in the box. I'll get back at you. Peace.